And what we will do is begin to get it cleaned up and require them to go to a car wash and clean it up to prevent that from coming into the lake. One of the concerns, especially for the zebra mussel, is the villagers in their infant stage, they can be in the bilge water. So as you look down here, you can see the bolt there, that plug, and that is something that you would want to have them open that up and drain everything out. And we're hoping to do that in an area away from the lake where it won't run into the lake. So that is definitely to empty the water there, and that bilge will be inside in the engine compartments in here, and you can just physically look in there, and if in fact you do see any type of water, then you can have them go ahead and do that and drain that out here, so we don't take a chance of taking those villagers into the water that will mature and become zebra mussels. An area to definitely take into consideration with the potential of having the aquatic vegetation attached to it. As you can see here, there is some vegetation on there. It is dried. It clearly is not Eurasian milfoil, but definitely look at the anchors and look at anchor lines and see if there is any vegetation attached to it, and then have them clean that. The other area that, especially with fishing boats, is to look into live wells where they would keep their fish that they catch, or their wells where their bait wells where they have their minnows and have that in there. It's important that if they're coming off the lake, to make sure that they empty those wells clear up here so that the water doesn't run in, and that they definitely don't put their bait back into the water. That certainly can be a problem of putting that bait back into the water, with the potential of it being one of the other aquatic species that we don't want into our lakes introduced in there. As we talked about things that the aquatic vegetation on a trailer can attach to, another thing that really is a concern is you can see the license plates typically hang down, and the vegetation can attach to that. And it's another point of identification too that you could mark down on your survey form there, if you just to have that information along with the boat registration to identify that individual if we have to follow up on it. The final stage of your inspection is going to be to place this inspection sticker on the trailer, and of course you want to have their permission to make sure they have no problem with it, but this will just help identify the fact that this boat has been inspected in the future for other volunteers. We recommend just up here on the portion that they have the winch to, and take the sticker and you just place it on there. And I think it's going to become almost a badge for these boaters to have these stickers on their trailer. When you've completed your survey forms and you've got a quantity of them, at least every month, take those forms and get them to whoever is in charge of your particular lake who's handling that information. If you need to get more materials, there's two places we're going to have those materials for you to pick up. One will be at the Maritime Museum. The other will be at the Spirit Lake Fish Hatchery, where you can get extra brochures, stickers, and survey forms, and anything else you might need. If you have a concern, you can certainly let them know the concern, or you can contact us and we can help you out or get those questions answered, those concerns taken care of. Once we've done the inspection, and if possible you run into a situation where you're concerned that there is one of the aquatic invasive species hitchhikers on board that boat, and you're not sure how to handle it, you need to contact the Dickinson County Communications Center at 336-2525 and identify yourself as a DNR volunteer AIS inspector, and that you request that an officer come to that boat ramp. So they'll either send a water patrol officer or a conservation officer who can then take charge and has the legal authority to follow up and to complete the inspection, and if necessary, prevent that vessel from entering into our waters, and then have them properly clean that vessel before they in fact do go into our waters, to keep those aquatic and invasive species from entering into our waters. As we stated, we have no record of any of the Eurasian water milfoil or the zebra mussels being in our water, and through education, prevention, and the inspection, and your partnering with us, we hope to prevent that from happening and keep our waters clean of these hitchhikers, and it could cause some serious problems in our waters here at the Iowa Great Lakes.